Right, it is the 31st of October, a day celebrated in most countries as Halloween. An annual celebration of all things spooky. But the real scare this Halloween are not those eerie costumes or sinister games. The real scare this Halloween seems to be a declining global birth rate. Yes, this Halloween the scare is that there could be no children to go trick or treat. According to some recent reports, population growth could grind to a halt by 2050, before decreasing to as little as 6 billion humans on Earth by 2100. These figures are based on a new analysis of birth trends. It says, if we go by the current birth rate trends, the world's population, which is currently 7.96 billion, could peak at 8.6 billion in the middle of the century, before declining by nearly 2 billion before the century's end. The indications of this trend are already evident. Look at Japan. In 2022, Japan's birth rate fell to the 1.2 range. That's the lowest in over 17 years. What's worse, this annual decline was the 7th in the row. Japanese authorities are blaming a fall in the number of marriages and a hesitation among the country's youth to have babies. Things are so bad that in March this year, an aide of the Japanese Prime Minister said that without any action on declining birth rates, the country could soon disappear. Exact words spoken. And by the way, Japan is not the only country witnessing this. There are many more. Look at this graph. It shows the 10 countries that are witnessing the highest rate of population decline. From 2020 to 2050, the highest drop in population of around 22.5% will be recorded in Bulgaria. Lithuania comes next with 22.1%. Latvia ranks third with 21.6%, followed by Ukraine, Serbia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Croatia, Moldova, Japan and Albania. Italy is not on the list. But look at what's happening in Italy. The Sardinia region in the country is facing a massive demographic crisis. Birth rates have dropped to a staggering 0.95 births per woman. This is the lowest in Italy. Reports say if this trend persists, the region's population could be halved by 2050. Reports are already calling it a town with no children. Next, we have China, another country witnessing a population decline. In fact, the president of China recently made a bizarre remark. He gave some unwarranted advice to women on marriage and childbearing. He said women have a critical role to play in establishing a new trend of family in the country. Allow me to quote his exact statement. He says, women's work is not only related to women's own development, but also related to family harmony, social harmony, national development and national progress, as it is necessary to actively cultivate a new culture of marriage and childbearing and strengthen guidance on young people's view on marriage, childbirth and family. Isn't that a bit too much? A country's leader preaching to women about their duties, sermonizing that women should be more feminine and uphold family values, telling them that their role is to bear a child. Why should family values be restricted to women only? Why can't Chinese women aspire to manage a decent career and manage their family life at the same time? We wonder if Xi Jinping has some advice for men too. The bottom line is this: we're not taking sides here. We're not saying whether declining birth rates are good or bad. We leave that to the scientists. But for now, it has indeed caused panic around the world. And weird solutions like the one suggested by Xi Jinping will not make people want to have kids. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.